He is the proprietor of Kafka's English Corner classes at Rajkot and also works as an assistant professor in English in Mahila College, Rajkot. This is only a very short introduction of it. But now whatever I will say, it's really a great achievement. Sir, you are the first Asian to have recited 2,500 poems and songs in one lifetime. You have achieved 14 national records for marathon reading, recitation and social work. You freelance for a weekly tabloid, Rajkot Now. You annually arranges Minu's Mahfil, open Rajkot poetry recitation and has launched a book entitled Minu's Mahfil with Amazon International, USA, for the upcoming poets and the writers of the Saurashtra region. You are the coordinator of Chat Club at Rajkot, where you train the students for spoken English and train the students for poetry writing and poetry recitation. You also train the students for Trinity College, London for communication skills and soft skills. So, I'm talking about none other than Dr. Minu Jasdanwala, who is present among us today. And please give a big applause once again. And I request somebody to give a keynote address. Dr. Minu Jasdanwala.
Thank you so much. ખરેખર મને મારું આટલું સારું સાંભળવાની આદત નથી. I hope you are comfortable in Gujarati and English both, because I know only a little bit of English. Alright? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more champion. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's leaves hath all too short date. I should thank VB Institute, Joshi sir and his whole team to delay our competition so that I could prepare the 4 lines. I started preparation of these 4 lines in the beginning of April, and then the competition got delayed, and I learned the first 4 lines of a very famous sonnet, sonnet number 18 by William Shakespeare. After listening to Pro Vice Chancellor sir, I can say one thing, rather I can claim one thing, that we might not have Shakespeare again, but we may have a summarized form of Shakespeare. He has cited and quoted many of the factual figures of William Shakespeare, but we should not forget to ask a question to ourselves: why do we celebrate such festivals? We celebrate such festivals because we find an undisputed connection with our past history, and we as people of English literature, we are owing something back to what William Shakespeare and all other great writers have given to us. In the previous address which was given to you, it was also mentioned that Shakespeare is still very much relevant today. Why is he still relevant? Because in his dramas you find the rising and falling of characters, you find defeat and victory, and you also find suicides in Shakespearean drama. Suicide is a very burning issue in this present 21st century, and it was to my great surprise to find and to read that 13 characters in Shakespeare's work, they commit suicide. 13 characters, and which is a very sorry sight to learn and understand. Shakespeare was not only, or rather he is not only famous on earth, but he is also famous in the higher spheres of the globe. You'll be surprised to know that Uranus has 27 moons, and most of the moons of Uranus, they are named after William Shakespeare's characters. You find Ophelia, you find Cordelia, you find many characters, and those moons are named after the great characters of William Shakespeare. As we are all word worshippers and language lovers, we owe something to Shakespeare in the form of he has given us 3,000 words to English language. 3,000 words. Neither of us sitting here, we have that vocabulary where we can claim that we genuinely use 3,000 words. We might not be able to use such great range of vocabulary. And Shakespeare's vocabulary started from 17,000 words up till 30,000 words. Just imagine 3,000 शब्दों any vocabulary. That's completely sublime. That's out of our imagination. And he wrote one beautiful thing, which is applicable to all of us. He said, "No more than others, work harder than others, but expect less than others." Right? So since most of the things have been spoken, I am glad that I am invited here to give my keynote address. Pro Vice Chancellor sir, and special thanks to Professor Joshi and Professor Nishan Dubey. Friends, always remember one thing, that Shakespeare never went to university. Shakespeare never went to university, but there is hardly any university on the planet which is without Shakespeare. Thank you so much.
Actually, Minu sir is a person of poetry. He recites poetry in such a nice manner, and that's why he's going to perform one more duty as a judge of poetry recitation competition. Some of might not be knowing what actually a poetry recitation is, so he will explain that, and then you all participants will recite accordingly. We will try to follow the rules and regulations, and then we go for poetry writing. One more important thing, that current booking of movie screening and drama show will be going on at downstairs at the entrance of this building. So if your friends are interested to watch movie and drama, they are requested to buy the tickets, please. Poetry recitations will be going over here only. So I request the dignitaries now to keep their seats, and the next competition we immediately start. It's a poetry recitation. We are just running a bit delayed, so we don't want to take much more